Hey everybody, welcome back to our Labyrinth Solitaire Let's Play. Labyrinth, the War on Terror. I think this might be the last turn. We have 16 cards left in the draw pile. And the game ends when you have to deal cards out and if you don't have enough cards to complete the deal. So that's pretty much right on the border of whether or not it's playable. If the Islamists go down to 7 cards draw and they're tight funding, we'd actually be able to play the last hand. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, here's the U.S. cards for this one. A brutal U.S. card draw. I have one U.S. card. It's Al Azhar. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Jihadist cards, unfortunately. U.S. has 9 cards. Jihadist drew 8 this turn. I have Madrasas, HEU, FREs, Amerithrax, Martyrdom Operation, Schroeder and Chirac, Saddam, and Loose Nuke. So a whole bunch of bad stuff came out with the Jihadist, or the American hand that time. But let's start with the Jihadis this time. I'll get it right eventually. Backlash. Play if you can select a plot in a Muslim country. So no, there is no plots. They were all resolved. So I can't do that. So it's a non-playable U.S. event. Major jihad possible? No, not at all. Jihad possible in good or fair? No. Cells available? No. So they're going to travel. One cell is traveling. It's traveling to an aid marker. And it's traveling from Islamist rule with cells greater than ops. So it's going to Sudan, and it's coming from Afghanistan. They rolled a 2, so it worked. Okay, so that worked. That was it for them. Their next card. Special Forces. Play the cell. It's a playable U.S. event. Yes, it is, because they have troops there with a cell there and over here as well. So they're going to plot with that event. Plot as much as possible in the U.S. Can't do a procedural, no. Troops in the Philippines, no. In countries with troops, so they're going to plot in Somalia. They need to roll. Well, actually, they would plot in Pakistan, wouldn't they? At this point, Pakistan. That is plot priority, right? If ops, fair then good, then poor. Yes, so they'd go for Pakistan first, according to this spreadsheet. So they're less likely to do it, but the damage could be greater. So they need a 1. They rolled a 2. They've done that a couple times, I think. Again, it doesn't really matter since the dice is not... doesn't matter how close the dice roll is to the number, but whatever. It makes it feel that way. So that didn't work. That cell goes active, and that's the Jihadist turn. Okay, American turn. I gotta figure out what the hell to do. Can I flip some countries? I should do it in Sudan. I need to get the Sudan going pretty quickly here, don't I? Because they have the aid marker. Is there anywhere else that's easy? No, I don't really get a benefit of doing it anywhere else. The good thing helps Iraq. I could do Saudi Arabia. If we lose Pakistan, that'll be okay. I think that's kind of... Probably, right? I should do Saudi Arabia. I think. I should disrupt and then do a war of ideas in Saudi Arabia. So we're going to disrupt. Okay, I think I have to go for the gold here. I don't care about their funding. If I play this the only way I think I can, which is playing Saddam, their funding is going to go up. Then we're not going to get another turn. I just have to get to good. So I just have to focus on getting to good. That's about it. All right, so we'll do that. So the U.S. is going to play Saddam as their first card. Play if Iraq is a poor adversary. They are. Set funding to 9. And with my ops, we're going to disrupt in Somalia. So that goes away. There's a cadre that goes there. We gain prestige, which was the whole reason for doing that. Now we can war of ideas in Saudi Arabia, I think, right? Saudi Arabia is more worthwhile. There's no cells there. And I can't because I don't have a 3, of course. So I'm going to play this one just so I can get rid of it, I think. I'm going to play the ops. And what I'm going to do is... No, I'll take this back. I'll play Madrasas. Play first card in Jihadist action phase. This is not that. So I'm going to disrupt in Pakistan. Move that up a little bit. Okay. So that's the US's turn. No plots. Moving on. The US needs to start rolling well in Saudi Arabia. Jihadist videos. Select 3 countries without cells. Test them. Recruit once in each, ignoring funding. Place a cadre in each country that does not receive a cell. Select 3 countries without cells. So I think we'll just roll 2 dice a couple times to see if this works out. This might be a little bit tedious, but whatever. Black 3, tan 2. Eastern Europe. Okay, so we test Eastern Europe. I'll have to remember this. It's a 1, so it becomes soft. We'll calculate all that at the end. Next one. 1 and 1 is the United States, which they can't do. Right? So that's the countries without cells. Can you do jihadist videos in the US? I wouldn't think you could. Can you do jihadist videos in the US? This is a weird thing. I think so. If you're setting the US posture, +1 to roll. Okay, yeah, so we'll see what happens here. It's a 4, +1 is a 5, so they stay hard, which is okay. So the US, Eastern Europe, and the last one is Black 5, tan 1. Black 5, tan 1. Roll Shenzhen. Alright, so Shenzhen, die roll. 6. A 6 in Shenzhen is Italy. Okay. So now we're going to test. We tested Eastern Europe. Test Italy. We tested the US, so it's just Italy left. Roll a 5, so that we go hard. Stays the same. That cancels out the hard and the soft, so that's not going to change at all whatsoever. Now they recruit each once in each. So US. That's a 6. They all need 1s. That's a 2 for Italy. It's a 6 for Eastern Europe. So no recruitment happened, but you place a cadre in each country that does not receive a cell. Okay. That's that. Alright, that was theirs. Next. Lebanon War. US randomly discards a card. -1 to prestige. Place a cell in a Shia mixed country. Okay, so here's the random card. The US card, of course. That goes there. Next up is -1 to prestige. So we're still okay there. Place a cell in a Shia mixed country. There is a chart for the Shia mixed countries. Shia mix is a combination of 3 dice. I got 8 plus 5. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 is Pakistan. So Pakistan has a cell. And that's it for that turn. Okay, the U.S. desperately needs to change Saudi Arabia, I think, right? Okay, so I'm going to play FREs. Play troops in Iraq. There are no troops in Iraq, so I can get away with that. I'm going to put that into reserves. My second card is going to be Amerithrax. U.S. side discards its highest value U.S. associated event card if it has any. I have none. Those are my remaining cards. Okay, so that's a total of 3. I'm going to roll War of Ideas in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. So what is our War of Ideas table? Attempting shift to good? No. GWAT relationship penalty? No. Prestige is +2. Aid marker? No. Adjacent good ally is the Gulf states, so I'm +3. So this should work. And a 1, of course, so it gets an aid marker. Running out of time, unfortunately. That's it for the American turn. Jihadist turn. Predator, remove a cell, so it's a playable, so they're going to plot as much as possible in the U.S. Prestige low, no. Troops Philippines, no. Countries with troops. So Pakistan. So Pakistan's going to be the first one. This is plotting. So the Pakistani cell goes active. He needs a 1. He rolled a 1, which is amazing. We're going to roll for the plot. It's number 2. That was that. And then countries with troops. Are there other countries with troops? No. So GWAT penalties, that countries with the U.S.'s posture. So France, I think, is the only one. Yes, France. So they're going to plot in France. 1 die. They rolled a 3. It didn't work. That cell goes active. And that's it for them. All right, next card. Hariri killed. So it's a possible event, so they'll do it. So they test Lebanon. Lebanon rolled a 3, so Lebanon becomes poor. Let's count up the totals here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let me do that again. That was so way off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes. Good and fair. 1, 2. Just 2 good and fair countries, which is upsetting. Islamist resources is there. Good resources is at 5. Okay, that's fine. Shift Syria to adversary and worsen its governance 1 level, but not to Islamic rule. So Syria's already there, so there's not much we can do about it. So that's those done. All right, the U.S. is in a pickle now because that plot happened in a troop space. So plot in a Muslim country if it has troops, -1 to prestige. Which is upsetting because I don't know. If we can just get things to good, I won't care anymore. That's kind of the problem here. What do I want to do? I have 3 2s and a 3 martyrdom operation. If I play martyrdom operation to get rid of the plot, they'll just put it back there. I won't gain anything. I just lose my turn. Okay, I'm going to play HEU for the reserve value. Play if Russia and Central Asia has a cell, or Central Asia has a cell and no CTR marker. Roll as if 1 operation there. So Central Asia is a 3, so we need a 1 to 3 is a fail. Works for them. They rolled a 4. Failure removes the cell. All right, so that went into reserves. Now I'm going to play loose nuke on top of that. Play if Russia has a cell and no CTR marker. Russia does not have a cell. So I have 4 reserve, like my 2 from previous and this 2 are 4. Now I need to roll Saudi Arabia again. to see what happens here. So rolling Saudi Arabia. Attempting shift to good, no. GWAT penalty, no. Prestige, +2. Each aid marker is 1. So I'm at 3. And adjacent good, so I'm at 4. 4. This is impossible to fuck up. I rolled a 4, so I have an 8 total. So that is a success. Saudi Arabia becomes fair. Okay, that's huge. Keep those over there. That's the end of the U.S. That's the end of the U.S. turn. We'll see how this goes. Oh, there's a plot too, isn't there? Does the plot reduce governance? It does. I think I'm in such rough shape here. Okay, resolve all the plots. So in a Muslim country, +1 to funding, +2 if the country's a good. It can't go any higher. Doesn't matter. -1 prestige. Roll number die equal to the plot number. It's a 2. The governance, so they need 1s. They rolled a 3 and a 2. So it's actually hard to plot in good countries. Which is interesting, sort of, to know, I guess, to realize that at this point. They gained funding, we lost prestige, so it's pretty much the net effect of that. Everything else is out of here, right? Yeah. That's it. So Jihadist. Jihadist has 2 cards. The US has 2 cards. Let's see what this final turn could possibly be. Martyrdom operation. Non-Islamic rule country has a cell. It does. Replace the cell with any 2 available plot markers. Non-Islamist rule country has a cell. So it could be France, Sudan, Caucasus, Pakistan. Those are the only countries. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If France will be 1, Caucasus 2, Sudan 3, Pakistan 4. 4. So it's Pakistan. So we remove the cell and 2 available plot markers. We'll roll the dice. 4 and a 1. Okay, that goes there. Final Jihad card. Gaza withdrawal. It's an unassociated event that can happen. So we're going to play the event. Places a cell. There is a cell capable. A cell goes in Israel. This is Gaza withdrawal. And then they do 1 operation. Major jihad possible? No. Jihad possible in good or fair? No. Cells available? Yes. So they're going to recruit. So recruit regime change? No. Islamist rule where cells are less than 2 times the ops? No, that's not possible. Highest recruit success with besieged regime and cells and troops. So it's these 3. Pakistan, Somalia, or Sudan. Highest resource. Pakistan. So they're going to try to recruit into Pakistan. Okay, so they need to roll a 1. They didn't. They rolled a 3. So that didn't work. All right, so this is what the game is going to come down to, right? Unless let me discard these. Yeah, this is, I think, because I can't change their funding went up. All the cards are going to be gone. So I need to get Saudi Arabia to a good. And I have 2 cards to do it. And it's all going to come down to this, I think. -1 prestige. Okay, so Schroeder and Chirac is going to be the first card. Play if the US is hard. Set Germany and France to soft. Germany. So right now we have those 2 cancel out. These 2 cancel out. Those 2 cancel out. Philippines are hard. So let me do that again. UK and Germany cancel. Eastern Scandinavia cancel. France and Italy cancel. Israel. What did I do there? UK, France, Germany, Italy, Eastern Europe, Scandinavia. Oh, Caucasus, Israel. +2. I'm +2. All right. That makes more sense. -1 to prestige. Doesn't matter. We're always going to be +1. So, Saudi Arabia. So, Saudi Arabia, we're rolling a war of ideas in Saudi Arabia. We're rolling to good. So, -1. GWAT penalty, no. Prestige is +1. So, we're at 0. Aid marker +1. Adjacent ally +1. So, we're +2. +2 in Saudi Arabia. We rolled a 4. Magnificent 4. So this goes to good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Added resources. Fair good country. There's now 3 of them. Cool. And the aid. Oh, excuse me. The aid marker goes away. Just like that. And then we have this last card, and the U.S. is just going to discard this martyrdom operation because it worked out. They don't have to play it. So they discard that. And as I said, there's 16 cards left, and the Jihadists would draw 9, and the U.S. would draw 9. So that's the end of the game, and we did it. We did it, Reddit. We did it. Good resources are over 6. That's all we had to do. We stopped Islamist resources from getting to 6, I think, is what you have to stop them. Yeah, and they don't need adjacency. And so we won. We did it. Came down to the very end. We had 2 rolls, I guess, so it could have been worse. It didn't come down to as tight as I thought it was going to be potentially, but that worked out pretty well. I think the key there was changing from soft to hard pretty quickly. Didn't really lose anything there. Didn't lose a lot of time. You know, we had that huge penalty for a while, but it didn't really come at a time where it was necessary for us to do War of Ideas. We focused on this area for the good. The U.S. didn't really spend much time trying to figure out the rest of the poor countries. The Jihadist AI didn't really bother with anything. So, yeah, that's it. We won. The single deck way of playing Solitaire, Labyrinth. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you appreciated it, or I hope you enjoyed it. And I appreciate you watching. That's what I meant to say. And if you enjoyed the content, I'd really, really seriously recommend you hit that like button on YouTube. Helps me out a great deal. Leave a bunch of comments. Let me know what I fucked up. Let me know what went wrong. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was maybe helpful to learn how to play the game Solitaire. And maybe I'll do a final video just giving wrap-up thoughts, and that'll be it. Thank you, guys. I will see you later. You know, you want to subscribe. The channel does this occasionally, puts up content like this. I enjoy making it. Hopefully people enjoy watching it, but let me know what you think. Thanks. See ya.